And welcome back to the Silver Lantern Archives. Today we start a campaign fresh. Today we are beginning with the horrors from the deep. Or the horrors from the depths. I apologize. But we're going to go ahead and get started. But before we get into the campaign total, we are going to start by introducing our characters as they sit in the head of the ship known as the Siren's Call. They are all getting out of their bunks, getting ready for the day. We'll start going down the line as we are going to start with Arcane. Would you give us an introduction to your character, physical, and personality? What people would know about you?
Course. I'll be playing Arcane, and she is, excuse me, a pretty small lady. She's probably about 5 feet tall and maybe 100 pounds. Most of the time, her hair is pretty wild and kind of a white with blue flowers in it. She has a blue heart tattoo on her face and hearts on her hands as well. I will be playing, sorry to say, class. She is a cleric of Evening Glory. She is relatively soft spoken and spent a lot of time as a hermit. So she's been pretty much on her own for about 70 years. She's of the Asimir race. And so she has a little bit of that affecting her and her life. And she has been on a mission to find the person that she was in love with for the past 70 years. And she is now on this boat with everyone. She's pretty easygoing and definitely always happy to chat with anyone about anything. And she is Southern. So be prepared for that.
Fair enough. The next one on the docket, also getting out of their bunk, is Cassie.
All right, would you like me to give a rundown of Cassie then?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Go ahead.
Cass Cassie is obviously a tabaxi, rhymes, but she's about 5'5". Best you could describe her as is a sleek and black orange calico. Uh, she was a pirate from the get-go with she has a chaotic and prideful nature to her. And she generally is the one who just decides, oh, is this a bar? Oh, we getting into fight then. uh, with that, and she is a level 3 fighter, Echo Knight. So hopefully we'll have fun.
Next one to rise will be Christopher Richardson.
Hello, I am Christopher Richardson. I'm a variant human. Uh, he is a multi-class right now, level 2 bard, level 1 warlock. Um, he's 6 foot, blonde hair, teal eyes, heavily inspired by a fictional character, John Constantine. So he's going to be doing a lot of trying to talk his way out of situations, uh, magic-y things, the spiel. He's on the hunt to track down a demon who he made a pact with. That a lot of backstory stuff. I think I'll hold off on that for now. But he's just trying to hunt down this demon and join the crew. Pretty much him.
Next on the block, falling out of his bed, would be Fenrir.
Um, yeah, you'll be seeing Finn. He's a shifter, all white hill. He's a hairy man. He's about 5'7", 5'8" if he has his high heels on. And yeah, he's kind of a loner. He lets Cassie do all the talking for him and get in trouble. So yeah, and
And
you've probably seen his pup running around Loki.
last but not least, Sandow.
Right, this is Sandow. He appears to be a human wearing a wizard's cloak. He's quite a large man, uh, hunching, but usually standing around 6'6". Um, he claims he's from a family of powerful wizards, but he doesn't specify which one. Um, his frequent activities on the ship include mostly sit-ups, it seems.
All right. That will bring us back to the party, as a lot of y'all have just gotten up and are standing among the bunks. You know you are currently at sea and have been at sea for the last few days. Some of you are new to the Siren's call after being picked up by the quartermaster Neva in the last town. Some of you have been here a little bit longer, but it is up to you to discuss as to whether or not you have decided to share that information. But all of you can see the lot of you getting up. You can hear other people moving around on the ship above and below, as the ship is already busy.
Are we in bunks?
You were a minute ago, yes.
Okay.
You are in the crew quarters.
I would think if we're hired on, I would just get to work. What I've been doing, the routine I've been doing for the past couple weeks.
You know, as of the current moment, your shift has not started yet, so you are free to do as you wish as you get ready. You will be
Okay.
coming on in about an hour.
I'll be checking on Loki. Probably
He's not
fighting my
currently
pillow
with
back.
you.
I'll look for him.
All right, the lad of y'all see Fenrir arise to his feet and start to move. Does anybody say anything as he heads out?
There's just a nod towards Fenrir. Because we are currently up and awake and about, correct?
Yes, you have woken up.
Alright.
No one is currently wearing any gear, as it's all set to the side as you are sleeping. But it is safely stored. Everybody has a foot chest of their own.
Let's say
Cassie.
Arcane.
Oh, go ahead.
Arcane's probably, oh, sorry, she's probably pretty chipper for whatever reason, no matter the time of day or night. So she would get right up and just probably hum to herself quietly and make her bed and get her gear on and just kind of get ready for the day and start everything off. And one of those fun, bubbly people that everyone loves in the mornings.
Okay.
Sandow's going to get up and he's going to spring out of bed already in his cloak. He went to sleep in it, it seems. And he's going to start doing his morning stretches and such.
Christopher will probably just stand up, stretch out a bit, go over to his locker, and then pull out some clothes, throw them on, grab his leather, slap that on him too, just in case, and then pulls out a little locket, opens it, looks at it, closes it, and just kind of walks out without saying a word.
Fair enough. Christopher, as you are the first one to move out, you are now on the main deck of the ship. You can see the roiling sea all around you. It's not the calmest of days, but it's not a massive storm or anything. There's a couple sailors on deck, as well as the first mate, Slifer. She is a Yuan-Ti woman. She's not the tallest of individuals, but she is rather lanky and thin. She's never really sure as to how she got here, and she's currently leaning over the side of the railing, her hands kind of dangling, watching out over the horizon.
Probably walk up to her and just say, "Good morning, Miss Cipher." just walk on by and take in the scenery.
Christopher, it is good to see you awake, ready for your duties for the day.
I still got a little bit of time before that, but I think I'm ready. Kind of doing the weird stretch where you put one arm over and like grab it and just kind of limber up.
Good. We aren't expecting much today. It was a calm night with only rougher waters this morning. We shouldn't have too much to do.
Well, that's good to hear. It's always good when the seas are calm.
Yes. However, Wisp says that there may be a storm brewing in the next few days. We will need to make sure things downstairs are safe and secured. If
We have a few days to do that.
If you would pass
That'd be
along
fine.
the information to Sandow.
Yeah, will do. I'll head over there right now. I do have another question for you though. Any chance that food's ready?
Not yet.
Okay.
With the last storm that hit us about a week ago, we have not properly been able to restock. So unfortunately, we will have to go without breakfast. But we are planning a decent lunch and dinner.
Well, that's no breakfast is always a problem, but I mean, it is what it is. I'll go let Sandow know.
We are but a few days out, so it will not be something we need to deal with much longer. Storms letting we will arrive before everything goes wrong, and we will be able to dock in the city. Have you ever been to the city of Sodmarsh?
Not that I know of. Doesn't ring any bells to me, so.
Nor have I. The captain says that it is a quiet place of interesting people who like to do their work. The quartermaster says that it is a fishing village.
Fishing village means we can restock up on our food, so that's good.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I'll go relay the information to Sandow, like you asked me to.
Thank you.
And then, my ship doesn't start for another hour, right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, no, that was actually me asking.
Oh, correct. The switch should be in about an hour. Things are wrapping up for the night.
Okay. Well, thank you for the information. I'll go let everyone know.
There's a nod. You see her tongue briefly slip between her lips and give a little wiggle as you turn around to see Fenrir moving around behind you.
I'll just be looking around, seeing if I see any whereabouts of Loki, what trouble he's getting into.
You do not see him.
All right. I would probably come over to Seifel, right? That's all I have.
Slifer.
Yeah, have you happened to see the little chipmunk that runs around at my hip?
I have not seen the chipmunk, no. However, if it is Loki you wish to find, I believe he was causing chaos on the lower decks earlier with Liam.
Sorry, and I'll start heading down now. Thank you for the information, and I'll start heading down. I'm guessing
Okay.
that's his down
Yes,
there, right?
that is the stairwell down into the lower deck. You should be able to pass through the wall, so you can just jump down.
Oh, so it just goes straight down now? Like that?
So now go down.
How do you go down?
You should be able to move through the walls. Drag your token.
It just has me still on the top deck when I dragged it over.
Yeah, go down, south.
Oh, down like this.
Yeah. Down. Down. Down.
Oh, okay.
There you
Sorry.
go.
Okay, I got you. It's shadowed, so I couldn't see it at the bottom. So I have the light on. I was
Yeah.
like, "Are you trying to drown my character?"
No, y'all can go up and down the things just fine.
Got it.
You don't have the actual walls, but you can't see past them, so you're just gonna jump up and down.
Gotcha. Thank you. I didn't.
As you come down, you see the bosun, Liam, is sitting cross-legged on a couple boxes, looking over what looks like a list of some kind.
And Liam's the one she said he was getting in trouble with, right?
Yes.
I'll wave over and say, "Sorry, I'm here to pick up the troublemaker."
Which one?
Loki.
I need an acrobatics, not an acrobatics, an athletics check.
Oh, because I jumped over. I see.
No,
I see.
there's a flying pup.
Oh, gotcha. Acrobatics or athletics? You said.
It's gonna be
Acrobatics.
athletics as he's slamming into your chest. You didn't see him coming, so you have to try to catch him, not fall over. He bowls right over you, and you slam onto the ground, Fenrir, and Loki's just on your face, giving you the lick treatment, just like lick.
I'll be laughing and trying to get him under control.
He is so excited to see you. Your hair is now standing in the wrong direction.
It was already messy from the morning head. I didn't have time to get ready.
Yep. It's now, you have an alfalfa cowlick just up on the side of your head.
After I love on him for a few minutes, I'll apologize again and see if there was any damages or anything like that.
Not that you can see.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask him, if there's anything that I need to fix or anything that he did to Liam,
No,
right?
but he did interrupt the game of poker down in the hold. You might have some angry bunkmates come tomorrow.
I'll look down and be like, try to get along with everybody, Loki, and
He moves.
apologize.
He is
And
very
then
excited.
I'll be like, let's get to work and start heading back up.
Loki's going to obediently bound behind you.
Gotcha. Picture up there. Yeah, I'll start getting to work early since he's already causing trouble. Gotta make my good graces.
Okay. You join what remains of the night crew as they're battening down hatches, cleaning up. You see one of the deckhands is cleaning the deck itself.
I'll walk over and be like, my shift, and tell him to go.
You immediately
Clean
get
up.
handed that broom and bucket. He makes a run for it.
I know it's the shit detail, but I'll take it. I don't know much about ships, so I'm still kind of learning the ropes.
Fair. What
Like,
about...
keep.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
I was gonna say, and I'm keeping Loki close and an eye on him.
They got stuck in some ropes and they're just big chilling. They're kind of upside down, the tail going a mile a minute.
Right.
What is Cassie, Arcane, and Sandow doing over there?
Oh, Patsy will be jumping out from her bed and quickly gathering her stuff from her. What was it called? Foot locker again?
Yes.
Grabbing out her weapons and as well as her chain shirt currently, and just some other stuff before she starts skedaddling out of the room.
Gotcha. Where are you heading off to?
Probably just Delise out here just to kind of see what's going on.
You can see Fenrir's already hard at work.
Hmm.
You see Slifer, Slifer is still leaning against the railing. It looks like Christopher's gone off to the other side.
Yeah, I'll be strolling around taking a look, but I'm guessing I see Loki right away.
Yeah, he's currently tangled up in some ropes. Happy as can be.
Cassie's gonna go help the little dog.
You see, once the cat approaches, the dog sees him and is just like, I see you. The tail starts going faster. You recognize this is Lokiisms for I'm about to chase the cat.
He's just gonna stare him down.
He is going to attempt to free himself from the rope, only managed to get himself more tangled and make himself a harness, but he does get up on his feet and he's looking at you. Fenrir, you can hear the shit about to go down.
Don't make me grab you by your scruff again.
You get booked at.
Hmm.
I mean, they've known each other for a while. They could handle it.
Loki's gonna come charging in at you, Cassie, trying to go for your legs. Go under the legs, diving quickly under and going for the tail.
No, tail out of the way.
He is going to fling his tiny body, trying to chase the tail as you swish it back and forth. He looks like a dog that has somebody standing there with a hose, just spraying as he goes, meow, meow. Flying dog.
Yeah, it's just probably like flicking quickly back and forth.
Fair. Anything else you would like to do?
I'm just gonna take a look otherwise from what else is going on in the ship or, well, the weather and whatnot.
You see it's a little choppy, but not too bad. The sun is high above, and it's decently cloudy.
She's just going to stop Loki with with his antics quickly and to grab the dog for now.
Roll me athletics.
Oh, okay, athletics. Or would it be? Dog its own hands.
The dog blasts through. You try to grab him, you go a little bit too far. They whip around, jump on your back, and shove you to the ground. You hear an oomph.
Can I attempt to pick him up?
Yeah, you're going to be rolling athletics too.
All right. So this dog's gonna fuck both of us up.
You catch him as he flings himself at you.
And I'll be like, be nice, we gotta walk. And I'll take him over here with me. Sorry, Cass.
Cass is just on the ground, face down.
She'll just quickly get herself back up and just dust herself off.
There.
And I'll walk over to first mate.
Either Sly or Slifer are the names they generally use.
Slifer. Okay. Good morning, Slifer.
Good morning. Ready to join the workforce for the day?
Of course.
Good, good.
Is there anything of urgent matter?
We need to make sure things are battened down. Wisp says that there is a storm coming in the next few days. We may make it to Saltmarsh before that becomes a problem, but it is better safe than sorry.
I'll essentially buckle down the supplies and whatnot so that they don't go off the ship as usual.
Correct.
There's a nod. Well, she'll kind of just circle around a little best to get started on it, just in case those other things come up.
Take Sandow with you. He looks too happy over there.
Okay. Just walks her way back in here.
How are Sandow and
Sandow.
Arcane, shit, I can say your name, I promise, doing still in the bunkering? How are they doing?
Sandow is currently in a handstand, and he is practicing doing a handstand flip. He's not quite getting it yet, and has fallen down a couple times. But he's going to try to get it.
Arcane would probably be reading her kind of the book that she carries with her that's maybe a journal, maybe something more, kind of reading through it, doing notes. And if Sandow's doing that, most likely would occasionally look up and try and just be a little encouraging. Something like, oh, honey, you are doing so good. You just keep practicing and you are going to get that. And then she'd just continue on because she's already made her bed and gotten ready and is just probably waiting for shift to start.
Thank you. Fortifying magics is very difficult.
It truly is. It just takes a lot of practice and the right amount of faith, and you end up getting there. And a lot of times you just got to have faith in yourself, honey. And I think you are doing just splendid.
I couldn't agree more. I think I'm
What?
fully warmed up. Now I'm going to go outside.
Well, I suppose it is about time for shift to start, so I will be right behind you.
He's going to attempt to do a cartwheel out of the door.
Roll me that acrobatics with disadvantage.
Okay. So I'm just opening up the thing. Sorry, I haven't used Roll20 in a little bit.
You are good. $15, you do pretty decent. Cassie, you nearly get taken out by a chunk of man that comes wheeling down through the dorm at you.
I was gonna say if I needed to make an acrobatics check, but
No. There's just cartwheeling man coming. You managed to get out of the way. He doesn't run you over. It's all good.
Oh, goodness, I didn't see you there.
I can see what you meant by you're too chipper this morning. She's kind of gonna look down at you if you're still like half cartwheeled, half like if you haven't sprung up from your cartwheel yet, essentially.
He is now sprung up. Oh, mornings are always great. That's when the day starts. Over here.
Wayfair says there's work that needs to be done with the essentially buckling down the supplies. Seems that there might be a storm amiss, but might be in a couple days, but best to get it done as quickly as possible in case other problems arise. Never know with the seas.
I'll see if I could cast a few spells down there to
No,
tighten things up.
no, just the old-fashioned way.
Magic's old-fashioned.
Just kind of just gonna tap her foot and just start heading down there anyway.
I'll join.
Fair enough. And Arcane, where are you heading off?
I think last thing she would do is put her book secured neatly in like her bag and then probably just walk out on the deck with everyone else and to, let's say, first mate and just very nicely say, well, good morning, Sly. How are you today?
Ready for the sun to come up properly. I am not a fan of the night cycle. The moon
goodness
is
gracious.
not near bright enough.
Well, hopefully you're not on them forever and you can get back in some more daytime like you enjoy. I figure I heard people talking about we need to get some stuff secure. Where would you like me to help out at?
Helping with securing or cleaning the deck would be best.
Oh, well, I can do either. I'm happy to clean. And then just start cleaning.
That is fair. You see, she is still relaxing. Sandow, are you heading down to the hold with Cassie?
Yeah. Yes. I'm going to say, I'm on it, Captain. And then go down.
I am not the captain.
He has already gone down as she said that.
You see, she shakes her head.
Cassie's just gonna look over to her and just. It's that look, like I know.
It's okay, Silver. He'll figure it out one day.
Just goes down.
Fair.
Steps.
You can move down by heading south. This one is the lower deck,
there it
and
is.
the hold is another deck lower.
Oh, there we are.
So you want one more deck lower.
Wait, so am I in the right spot?
One more deck lower. You're on the lower deck right now.
Oh, okay. Got it.
But Cassie, you are the first one down here. You see mostly the sailors down here are just relaxing, sitting on boxes, playing cards. You also see the changeling Wisp looking over some of the boxes off on the other side of the room once you get down.
I'll head over to kind of where Wisp is. Wisp, what would you say would be needed to be tied down first in terms of the supplies?
Double
What should
check
be
everything.
prioritized? Double check
Better we don't
everything.
leave anything to be rolling around.
I don't need it to be hitting any.
Any of the
Buddy,
ballista bolts or cannonballs that are free need to be reboxed up so they are out of the way if the sea is to become rough.
they'll start
Is
with
that
supplies down here then.
that everybody's job? I would have followed them if that was everyone's job, or was that just their job?
You can help with the sails, you can help cleaning like
Oh,
Arcana
okay, so there's
or
no special.
Arcana.
Okay, there's no like main role. Got it.
No. I mean, the main
Okay.
roles are held by the officers, everybody else just does what they need to do.
Gotcha.
You have
Sorry for
Slifer as first mate to the captain. The captain is, of course, captain and the one that handles things in a state of panic or combat. Otherwise, they are usually following the orders of the quartermaster, who generally takes over in peace times, deals with keeping an eye on the ship, their funds, all that kind of stuff. You'll also have the bosun, Liam, who works under the quartermaster, who is specifically deals with keeping the deck crews in line and making sure the ship itself is in good condition. He is effectively the first mate is under the captain as the bosun is under the quartermaster. And then the other officer you'll have is the ship's official wizard or mage, who is Wisp. He just kind of tends to magical things.
Thank you. Sorry for interrupting.
You're good.
Machio is currently filling up a wooden box full of cannonballs and is going to bring it over to Wisp. What should I do with this?
Keep them
Where should this go?
Keep them in the armory at the front of the ship.
Oh. He's gonna
Make
bring
sure
them
you put
back.
enough stuffing to make sure the cannonballs are not damaged along the way. There is a box of hay over there, which you can use.
Oh, I see. He's going to start stuffing it a little bit with hay. It's mostly cannonballs right now.
Fair. How do Christopher and Cassie handle what's going on down there? As y'all see, fucking Sandow manhandling cannonballs, one hand each, putting it in the box, and then stuffing it with hay.
Christopher's just realizing he has his suspicions about Sandow's actual background as he's bundling up these bolts and then just kind of tying them together with the rope that's laying on top of him.
Fair. And for Cassie, how you doing?
Cassie's just taking a look at the boxes downstairs for right now, making sure to do what you can to make sure they're secure before she moves up to upper floors.
You know, down here, you need to open each box, make sure the interior of them are safely packaged, nothing's really shifted in the night, reseal the box, and make sure it isn't going anywhere. It's properly tied down here in the hold. Because when y'all get choppy waters, if this starts flying, there's a chance some of the heavier stuff could blast through the side of the wall. And this part of the ship is mostly underwater. So if you blast a hole down here, you're
It's
screwed.
bad news. Yeah, Cassie knows that. Cassie would know that pretty well. But, oh yeah, she'll open up boxes, check through them, and seal them back up. Just kind of going through piece by piece and making sure, especially the heavy, more dangerous boxes in terms of that situation are prioritized for her.
Does Christopher and Sandow say anything while they are working in the same room? Any conversation, anything they notice?
Mage Hand is a really helpful spell. See, watch this. And he picks up a cannonball with one hand and puts it down in a box.
That's a very powerful mage hand you got there. Would you mind me asking?
Oh,
You're from a family of wizards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which family is that again?
Oh, you probably don't know him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty well traveled. I mean, I've played at a few taverns here and there. Maybe I've heard their name before.
Oh, I mean, maybe you have. It's the Seer family.
The Seer. All right. Let me. I'll have to rack my noggin to see if I can remember those, but I'll keep that in mind. Just wanted to get to know you a little bit more. You know.
Don't try too hard, man. It's don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you? You do magic?
Well, a little bit. And I'm just going to use prestidigitation to make like some sparks fly out of my hand and some stuff like that.
Oh wow. Yeah. I can do that too. And he's going to kind of look around for any open gunpowder.
It is not in here.
We may be in the armory.
I don't have the.
Please do not blow up the ship.
I don't have the components on me right now. I left it in my chest upstairs.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I know Fireball requires like bat guano and stuff like that. It's all good. I would prefer you didn't.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah, it smells and stuff. That's why
You hear
purely vocal and somatic for me.
You hear from the other room. If either of you casts Fireball in that part of the ship, I will have you both put on the front of it and be dangled for the next 2 weeks.
Those, I promise we're not
I
casting
promise
fireball.
I promise I won't cast fireball.
I promise no incendiary spells will be cast over in this direction.
Oh yeah. No inseminary. None of those ones. What do those ones do?
Um. Uh.
You
How do
see,
I
Cassie,
explain this?
when he says that, he kind of tilts his head. Did he just say he was inseminating a cannonball?
Hey,
Yes. Is that?
I would
It's not loud
Wait, no, I
enough.
can't. I'm not allowed to do
surely hope not.
He doesn't say it loud enough that Sandow, but Cassie's right next to him, so she hears somebody just. It's that look of, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Don't want to know.
It's just like the fuck type of look on her face. It's like is evident, at least to the to the person she is facing, which would be Wisp in this case.
Which got his back to you at the moment. But he's currently looking in
Okay.
absolute confusion at in the direction of Sandow and Christopher.
Sandow. I'll put this conversation on hold just for all of our sakes.
Perhaps.
Just continue using your mage hand to put those cannonballs away.
All right. He's gonna
Perhaps-
go back to what he's doing.
Perhaps his family did not teach him about the. You know,
Whispers puts up his hand.
families.
None of my business.
No, I guess that's either. Oh, I'll have to probably keep an eye on that one. More
You can see
troublesome
what Wisp is
than
doing
ever.
right now. Is every time you finish checking a box, he will draw a small rune into the side of it, and you see the magic start to glow, and the box becomes lighter as he manages to pick it up with a single hand and move it into a better position where he draws another rune to seal it to the side of the boat.
Maybe this will go faster if I. Out of character. Can I manifest echo for at least the sealing part of the boxes?
I mean, it takes the same amount of time because you can use either the action you would do it to have them do it, but it's still you doing it. It's not two of you doing it.
Okay. Then I was, I was just saying if that's possible because that'd be interesting.
It was a good try, but not quite how that works.
Not yet. She'll continue doing what she was doing.
Fair. Anything else from the insemination squad over there?
Out of character, one thing. I never want to be called that again. Well, at least for now.
You're the one that's playing a part, man.
That's why I said for now. No, I'm just gonna finish up bundling these and then ask.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Whisper, where do you want me to put the bolts after I've tied them up?
Hang on. I've lost my keyboard.
Oh no.
Did the cat snatch it?
No, I just dropped it on my
Oh.
foot. It's Wisp.
Oof.
Secure them to the wall. You see the front room up here does have a number of panelings that look like they can take the ballista bundles rather successfully.
Understood. Kind of struggles to carry the bundle all at once over there. Put him on the wall.
No more than bundles of 7.
Well, sets them down, undoes it because he just tied all of them up into one big bundle. Let me try this again, and then starts tying them up properly.
While this is going on, how are our upstairs team, Fender and Arcane?
Arcane is just cleaning away. She's probably gone around and made some beds and mopping the deck. If Loki's still up here, I'm assuming she's trying to mop and clean around Loki. Just doesn't want to be rude to the animal.
It's more
So
that
she's
you're
kind of
cleaning in front of him, as he has managed to escape Loki, or he has escaped Fenrir, who has a mop and bucket as well. And he is currently chasing the tail of the mop. So whenever you're mopping, he goes sliding across the ground trying to catch the back end of the mop.
that would be so entertaining. So I think that she's just having as much fun as he is, just very much giggling to herself and probably taking a little longer to mop so Loki can play a bit.
Fair. You also see Sly has gone up onto the quarterdeck at the back of the ship.
I
We're
would
seeing.
think.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say we're seeing them Loki not doing nothing too crazy. He would have started walking his way up to the deck above, not just staying in one spot.
If you want to go to the next deck, it is up.
Up, yeah. Sorry, getting used to it. My bad. Got to go north.
Yep. As the end of the ship and the front of the ship are the two parts that are up there. The main part of the deck is where Kane is right now, in the middle.
Gotcha. Yeah, I want to be talking. I'll just be making my rounds, trying to learn how to keep it going.
There, you see the quartermaster at Neva is currently chatting with Slifer, who has come up and is leaning against the railing. Neva is currently driving the ship, her hand lazily resting on the wheel, while the large cat Siren is curled up at the very back of the ship.
Oh God, out of counter, Cody wants to go pet the cat. Yeah, Finn would just be walking now. Sorry.
You see, as you approach Siren's eye, one of them open up as they watch you go by, and you get the distinct feeling if you hit him with that bucket of water, you're fucked. This is bigger than a bobcat, but not quite as big as like a panther or something. But it's a pretty big cat.
Gotcha.
You
Yeah, I would
know,
give
if
it
this cat
space.
really tries to hurt you, you're gonna be thrown down. And if you hurt the cat, Quartermaster Neva's gonna have words with you because usually the cat's well behaved. So if you fucked about and fought the cat, you fucked about.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be trying to fight the cat, but I would, put my hand out, let it have my. Oh, I got a spell that I want to do actually. I forgot. I'm a ranger. Sorry. Can I use speak with animals?
Yep.
And I would introduce myself to what was her name again?
Siren.
Siren. And say I'm just trying to walk. I'm not trying to disturb you.
Yes, and you are the one that brought that unmanageable ball of fluff that is chasing the mop downstairs.
Think you're gonna grow to love him. He grew on me.
I very much doubt that.
Apologize if he's messed with you at all.
He has, but he has learned his lesson well.
Try not to hold him too much, but yes, I get it. You gotta teach him his boundaries.
Indeed. He is a small pup. Claws are not needed where a bop will work. Tell me,
Thank you.
pup, will I need to teach you the same lesson?
Maybe from scratching the bait behind your ears once in a while, but besides that, no, I get you.
I will not be bought by bravery.
Your belly needs a rubbing.
Are you wishing to fight, young pup?
Just playing, just playing.
I doubt that very much.
And I'll start walking my way around and saying hi to the quartermaster on my way by.
You get pulled into a front hug, Fenrir.
Ooh, okay.
Good to see you, Fenrir. You sleep well. You look like you're putting
Yep.
some more meat on your bones.
Yep, I can't eat when I can't have food, thank you. He's awkward hug, he's not used to people.
This woman is very much the mama bear of the party. When you first got hired alongside Cassie, Slifer had ended up getting in a spot of trouble with a group of dudes, probably bandits, but they were the local thugs, and they were going to try to make a move on her. You don't know where this woman got the sledgehammer that she started knocking heads with, but she appeared out of nowhere and started just leveling people.
Nice, Mama Bill. Yeah, yeah. Again, he's just awkward around people, so he's trying to figure out how to go about this.
She fixes your clothes up a little bit, make sure it's all even, your buttons are done right, and kind of brushing off some of the dirt from your clothes.
Thank you, and thank you for the hug. Is there anything else I should get back to after I get done with mopping?
Oh, just have a nice day today. Shouldn't be too bad tonight. We got a storm incoming, but the lights should be up tonight as well. So make sure you catch them. Wouldn't want to be missing the beauty.
The light? What's the light?
It's something that appears every once in a while. We'll see it tonight. As I said, make sure you're awake for it.
Can't wait. Maybe I'll take my pipe out and enjoy it. Thank you.
She ruffles your hair.
As I try to giggle, I try to hold back a giggle as I walk by.
She lets you.
I'm just walking my way around though.
Fair, you see she is standing steady against this, behind the steering wheel, keeping the ship on its heading. She is
How's the
utmost
weather?
confident. A little bit of wind,
How's the weather?
a little bit of a good bit of sun, a little bit of cloudage, and not super choppy, but enough that you're bobbing.
I would go over to Cell and be like, you said they could tell there's gonna be a storm a couple days out? How is that possible? Who's the fortune teller?
Mist is known for being able to read the waves. He has studied for a long time, and he has the addition of magic to assist.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about magic. It's somewhat new to me. I'm sorry.
Did you live under a rock, Henry?
I grew up fighting more than using magic. The magic part came later.
Well, you should get more familiar with it. There are many that will use it as a weapon.
Oh, I've got that. I've learned that. Just using it myself is what I gotta try to work on. I'm too quick to use my hands.
Ah, I see. I do not either have the chance or the talent for magic. I prefer my blades most times.
So do I. As I give a little grin.
Too many
What do
times Wisp overcomplicates things.
out of character,
Sometimes
see?
a frontal assault is exactly what you need. Sometimes the flanking. But attempting to make an overcomplicated rune diagram that will dig a hole through the ground to get under, while useful, could be done just as easily by throwing someone like Sandow at it with a good pickaxe.
Always fun throwing pickaxe at people.
Indeed. Too much can go wrong when you overthink.
So, how long have you been at sea?
For longer than I care to admit. But the captain found me when I was very young.
You're old enough to walk away. What's keeping you tied down?
I have a debt to pay to the captain.
Loyalty. I get it.
For what she seeks, it will be a grand thing to see when she finally.
Well, hopefully you get to do something in your life before it's over.
I
That
have
you want to
done.
do, I mean.
I have done exactly what I wanted to do.
But not be. They're not pirates, right? They're pioneers? Because they're
Privateers.
pirateers, yeah. But not be a pirateer, right?
I am fine with being a private. It is good work and it deals with ruthless pirates. It keeps us on our toes and we see things that no one else sees.
Got it. Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you said you wanted to get off the sea.
No.
So, as I start giving her the head nod and say thank you and walking my way down, hopefully it's a calm night.
It will be calm or not. It will come either way. So be ready.
As he starts making his way down.
And while that's going, Arcane, how you doing with the dog who has gotten a hold of your mop and is fighting over you with it?
She would want to make her way up to Mop on the upper deck, so she'd probably just try and talk to the dog. And no, she doesn't have to speak with animals, but she would definitely just see if she could convince the dog to let her move on or come with her. She'd give the dog options.
You lift up the broom, and this dog is just attached to the shaft of the mop. They're just in the air dangling from it.
Then she would very likely make her way up with the dog dangling because she'd just say, "Well, it looks like you want to come with me, so let's go on up and keep working."
Are you
and
heading
then
back
if
to
the
the
dog's
quarterdeck or forward to the forecastle?
probably forward to the forecastle just so to get the top done of where Vineyard went.
Fair. So that would be up to the next floor. So jump north and then off to the left. As it would be all the way up here.
Okay.
As you see, Captain Felicia is up here, leaning against the railing, watching the waves out over the horizon. She seems to be lost in thought, completely not noticing you have arrived.
Oh. I don't think she's one to interrupt people just because she's kind of pretty big on spent a lot of time alone herself, so she would just try and keep mopping, knowing that the dog's on there around the captain, and if it disturbs the captain, whoopsie daisy, I guess.
You can see the captain is a strange woman, not a human like most would expect, as she has a thick blue scaled tail coming out from her spine and what looks like scales running across the tops of her cheeks. You've also seen when she's not wearing gloves, it covers the back of her palm and knuckles as well. But you've never gotten a good idea of what exactly the captain is. But you know her to be a good person and one that wants to sail over the horizon at any given chance.
Awesome.
When you first met her, there was a saying you remember hearing when you were young, that there's some people you can smell the wind in their clothes. That's the kind of vibe you got from the captain.
Makes sense. Yeah, I think that even though, I mean, Arcane's just accepted that Loki is now enjoying this adventure with her, and she's just gonna keep on keeping on, trying not to bother the captain because probably would assume that she's got something on her mind and doesn't want to be rude. Hopefully, Loki allows that, but who really knows since the dog has decided that this is now a game of tug of war. And I'm not sure Arcane really quite understands its tug of war. Probably hasn't spent a lot of time with animals.
Luckily, Loki isn't fighting on it at the moment. He is currently being part of the mop.
Perfect.
He's just like, I
Use him as a
am the
mop
mop,
with no
Loki.
issues. Hmm. Oh yeah, she'd go along with that because now he's just being super helpful and this is great.
He has become mopped up.
Love that.
But it doesn't take
Yep.
you long to get the forecastle done. It's significantly smaller than the quarterdeck. But you finish up. The captain's still never even noticing your presence due to you being rather quiet and their gaze set far, far away from the ship.
Then I suppose she'd just move it on to do any more that's on this deck up anymore that needs to be done.
You can see Fenrir is coming down from the quarterdeck just as you finish up with the forecastle.
Okay.
So all you'll
So
need
then
to
the
do is head back
assumption.
down to the main deck.
And that only lasts a minute, so my speak with animals is down, right?
I thought I speak with animals last 10 minutes.
10 minutes? I didn't. I haven't read the spell. Let me
I
see
don't
if I
remember.
could. Because if so, I was gonna yell at him, and be like, "Get your booty over here."
You see he is just on the broom as Arcane is coming down. Yes, 10 minutes. As they are coming down, and when you yell at him, he boofs at you and falls off the broom, falling on his back. He is currently slipping and sliding in the water on top of the deck.
I'll try to go grab him, and if I'm able to grab him, I'll give him the bucket to follow me around with. If that, give him something to do.
He grabs it and kind of dumps it on your boots.
Lucky I love you, kid. And I try to go find another mop up the bucket, waddle, and try to go get more water for the bucket, and tell him to stay close.
Fair. Arcane, how do you feel about this? You see Fenrir has been betrayed by his doggo friend.
I would apologize to you too. Sorry.
Oh, Arcane would, yeah, she'd just say, "Oh no, don't worry about it. Looks like the little one's just trying to help out." And she would probably just start mopping up the spilled water just to kind of help out a bit and everything, and just not really be bothered by it at all. Just assume he's a little guy and is doing what he knows.
Yeah, I'm trying to teach him manners, but he learns what he wants to.
That's okay. It's difficult to learn when you're so young. This one looks pretty young in general, so just hope that they have the most fun they can.
He has massive paws. That do not fit his body.
I'm assuming he's going to grow quite a bit bigger if his paws are so big.
That's a good sign, and let's hope he's able to not tip the boat over.
You see he is currently just spinning on his side using his back legs to propel him in circles.
I'll take my mop and start pushing him and try to mop with him.
He immediately starts trying to nom the mop. But he is mopped now.
Yeah, I'll keep trying to do that. So. I apologize, and let's get this work done. Hopefully we get to relax in an hour is our shift, or how long is our shift?
Several hours.
Yep.
The other part of the day shift.
Oh, got it. So yeah, hopefully we get to relax after this.
Oh, I'm sure there will be lunch at some time, so you can get yourself something to eat, and maybe Loki could have something to eat as well. That'll just be when the time happens, and when it's ready to eat, we'll do that. Until then, I'm just gonna keep on cleaning like they asked me to.
You see, the moment lunch is brought up, Loki's perked up, just like, food?
Not yet, and I'll poke him with the mop side.
Where food?
And yeah, Arcane would just keep cleaning until someone told her to do something different. She's quite content just being in her own head.
Fair enough. Do you do anything else with Fenrir, or do you head downstairs?
If Fenrir's kind of got Loki and wants to have Loki with him, I think Arcane would just head downstairs to do more cleaning and just probably give Fenrir a little smile and nod and Loki a little smile as well, and then just keep on heading down.
Loki is attempting to become one with the mop. He is under the bristles, and it is just the mop coming out the top of his head at the moment. You can see the little snout poking out.
Perfect.
Gonna need a bath.
It's a good thing he's in soapy water.
Yep.
Or you can just pitch him over the side of the ship.
Oh, goodness.
I don't know if he knows how to swim yet.
Great way to learn.
Attempting.
Throw him off the side of a boat in the middle of sailing.
He's living up to his name, so can't be too mad at him.
Then were you going to stay on the top deck or go down with Arcane?
Yeah, if the work's done up here, I'll probably follow it down, but give us some space first.
Fair enough. What's going down with the bottom crew? How are y'all holding up?
As you know, just singing and bundling up bolts.
Currently trying to study Wisp's rune that they put on the box to make it lighter.
Fair. You see after he moves, then the rune starts to dissolve relatively quickly. It looks like a quickly drawn L with some extra lines and a circle around it.
All right. I'm going to open up my little book and then try to recreate the design and give like a slight description on it, as well as any theories on like language of origin, stuff like that.
Fair. Roll me a history check.
Okay. One second.
And what languages do you speak, Sando?
I speak Common, Draconic, Elvish, and Giant.
Okay, you have advantage on the roll.
All right.
You recognize this to probably be from the Draconic alphabet, at least at its base, which is very commonly used by a lot of mages and wizards.
Interesting. All right, cool.
It is by
Then
far
I'm gonna.
the most common language used for enchanting.
I'm gonna set down my box for a second, and then I'm gonna kind of just almost like scratch out the symbol on it,
Mm-hmm.
and then move the box back.
You pick it up just fine.
Sick.
Christopher, do you say anything about seeing him do this?
Did it succeed?
I mean, he picked it up.
Does it feel any lighter to you now, Sandow?
Oh, does what?
Then you try engraving that rune on there. Make the box a little bit lighter, right?
Oh yeah. See, and then he holds it up with one arm. Yep. And then he puts it back on like a high shelf.
Because Christopher's still skeptical now. I don't know if you did that with magic or if you're just strong enough to lift it with one arm. So he's just gonna
Roll me
nod and
investigate.
Carry on. Investigate? Oh no. Oh no. Actually good at this.
Based on how,
I haven't-
since he was just, or go ahead, what are you doing?
I just noticed it rolled 2. I apparently have advantage turned on by accident.
Yeah. You see that, based on what you can see his muscles are still bulging as he picks it up. So it doesn't look like to you any lighter than it was before. Because you've been watching him manhandle these things around for a good while, so you know he's strong. But if it's lighter, you're not sure. You don't. He's still flexing a lot more than Wisp is. So at the very least, if he did lighten it, he's not lighting it near enough as Wisp is, because Wisp is significantly smaller than this guy and showing less muscle movement than Sandow is. Wisp almost looks more like he's barely touching it, just leading it into the air instead of actually picking it up.
I'm just gonna play along with him, be like, well, I'm glad it worked out for you. I'm glad you picked up on some more magic. That's that wizardry ancestry for you.
Yep. Just gonna. It's always good to learn. And
That
he's going
it
to
is.
quickly go back to work.
Christopher's gonna do the same. He finished bundling up the bolts properly, and he's just putting them all in the correct slots now.
Fair enough. It doesn't take y'all long to make sure all of those are in place. They don't tend to use them all that often, so they're usually pretty successfully packed anyway. But soon after, the pair of you start moving back into the main section of the hold, where y'all can see Cassie is going through boxes as well.
Hey, Cassie, you need some help with those?
You could always start helping on the other side.
Christopher's gonna waddle his way over, try to squeeze between y'all. Get in here and start working on the boxes.
Alright. How many does it look like I've at least gone through at this point?
Not even an eighth.
Not even an eighth.
You know this will take a while. As Christopher, you know this is extra supplies like food rations, beds, any of that kind of stuff. General supplies to keep the ship running and its crew running safely.
Gotcha. I just start making sure everything boxed up properly and tying it down.
Okay. Sandow, what do you
Sandow's.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say sorry, my dog was howling. If you guys could hear that, my bad.
You did, we didn't. Go ahead, Sandow.
All right.
I was gonna say Sandow's getting pretty hungry, so he's probably gonna walk over to Wisp. Hey, Captain, we got any food? Pretty hungry. Didn't have breakfast yet. And that's the most important meal of the day.
I am not the captain, and unfortunately, we do not have the supplies to deal with breakfast. You'll have to wait till lunch.
Oh. Do we have any fishing rods?
Not ones for deep sea fishing out here.
Ooh. Are those like to the left? Are those for a ballista or something?
What, the bolts?
Yes.
Yes.
How much rope do we have?
Oh, those were the bolts. Those bolts are already tied up and put away. Those are the ones that I was looking
dang.
for.
I
Yeah.
mean, they're
Never mind.
just on the wall, so they're still there.
Yeah. But the rope that's on them is already tied up and everything.
A significant
Gonna
amount.
ask-
Why?
Well, I was thinking, what if I can rustle us up some grub, right? We already have all the things we need to make, do a little spear fishing.
Can you swim outpace a boat?
That's what the rope's for.
You wouldn't be able to properly fish if you're getting trailed by a boat.
What if I tie the rope to the bolt, then I throw it while it's attached to the ship, and maybe I get lucky and hit a shark or something?
I'd be more worried about breaking the rope or something of that nature. Trying to haul in a trying to haul in a shark while going at this speed will likely do damage to the boat, as the force of the water being pulled alongside it will become an issue.
Dang. Those are all my ideas.
Unfortunately,
I'll wait for lunch.
We are only a few days out of salt marsh, so it won't be long before we're able to properly restock again.
Wait, how many days?
Just a few.
Okay. Hopefully I don't miss too many meals. That would be bad. I'm going to get back to work.
Only be at most 3 based off of what they're saying. Salt marsh is about 3 days out.
For about 3 days out, that's
3.
That's
You'd be
15
missing
meals.
three breakfasts. We're just not eating. We'll have lunch and dinner. We just don't have enough for everyone to have breakfast as well.
I gotta fix this somehow. He's gonna go back to work in deep thought.
If you
He's
wanted
just wants to
to,
eat the place. I like it.
if I remember correctly, Mage Hand has some distance to it. You could try to Mage Hand the fish out of the water.
I think Mage Hand has a range of 30 feet. Might
It
be
does.
60.
It's not.
I'm informed him of that. Mage Hand doesn't go far enough to grab a fish out of the water, and it can only grab up to 10 pounds at a time. If I do that, I'd only be able to get a 10-pound fish, and that's barely enough for me.
Christopher's just gonna sit there, like, contemplating, thinking, look at his muscles, and go, makes sense. And he goes back to
12
work.
dozen eggs to get large.
Out of character,
And now I'm roughly the size of a barge.
Out of character, there's 2 fighters inside you. The Cassie version and the Sundown version.
One's going to be the dex base, one's going to be the strength base. The dex one's going to get grabbed and yeeted off the side of the boat if he's not fast enough.
What are you talking about? Sundown's a wizard.
I'm intelligence based. Strength is my dump stat.
Although, I do have to, out of character, the fact that you say that and your history check has a 0 added to it.
That's because I'm not good at history.
He took minuses because he could.
Oh, I feel that. I respect it.
Yeah. I do have some minuses.
He's just so smart, he took all those minuses and he's like, it doesn't matter, I'll balance out.
Didn't want to be too strong.
Somehow.
Yes. How is team word I'm not gonna say and get accused of it again?
What do you mean? I'm over here packing crates and tying them down. I'm doing my job.
Yep.
Insert. I just drew a blank on what the movie was. I'm doing my part.
Oh,
Starship Troopers.
Mm-hmm.
Insert Starship Troopers here.
But anything the rest of the 3 of you are doing?
Cassie's just continuing to do the same thing with the horrible knowledge in her head about what these two have misheard about what Sandow and Christopher were talking about.
Yep. But back upstairs, Arcane and Fenrir, you're back on this boat. It's the lower deck. It's usually where the bathrooms are and where most sailors come to just relax when they're off duty. You can see there are a few of them sitting around. One of them has a lyre that he's attempting to play, but not all that well. He's learning. And
It's a
the,
lyre. Sorry. What's that?
Uh,
Instrument, obviously, but what kind of instrument?
it's a string instrument, kind of like a guitar, but earlier.
Gotcha.
With
Gotcha.
more
alright.
strings?
It's like a lute, but it has 3 additional strings.
No, lyre's the harp. It is a lute. Sorry.
Is it?
Okay.
Oh,
I was thinking
Which one am I
lyre
thinking
is
of?
the harp thing.
Okay. Sorry for interrupting, Cece.
I said the wrong thing. He's got the guitar looking thing,
Got it.
which is a lute. But the other guy. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I would just continue sleeping, or if anyone needs help, I would start helping. But they were lounging, so where's the down part? Like, what is it over here to go downstairs where they're at?
No, it's the staircase that's right here.
Oh, okay. I was just going the opposite way.
Yeah,
Got
you come from the main deck through that one, and you go down to the hold through that one.
Got it. Yeah, if they're just lounging and not doing nothing, he would have just continued down.
Yeah, these are the guys that are off duty at the moment. They were probably on the night shift.
Gotcha. Yeah, I would still be making my way down.
Okay, go ahead. Keep going south. You come down just as the conversation about fishing is wrapping up.
Oh, you just reminded him he's hungry. Loki's probably with him, so he. So, I would just see what needs to be started, and I would start helping. Not
You're
big on
able
talking.
to get involved with the stocking and securing of everything that's here on the boat.
Yeah, he would have probably just started helping Cassie right up.
Fair. What about Arcane? Arcane, you doing anything up there as you're cleaning? Talking to anybody? You can see Liam, the tiefling, is sitting cross-legged on a box, or going over a list, while the others are just kind of chilling.
Probably just mopping after it's been swept and just being polite. Whoever's trying to learn the lute would probably just say, "Oh my goodness, you are doing so good. Just keep practicing, and next thing you know, you were going to be one of the masters." I can just see that.
You know, I thought I was doing pretty good, but when that string broke, I thought that was going to be an issue. But if you say I'm doing good, thank you, and I'll keep playing. And you hear a groan from the other sailor as he starts playing louder.
She just say, "Oh, that is just beautiful, honey. I love that." And then, yeah, probably keep mopping. If anyone said anything to her, she would respond. Besides that, I would suppose after she finished mopping, she would assume she needs to head downstairs to mop because she's just going floor by floor,
You hear that man.
following the broom.
By the means of my hand, I'm here for your foot. I want to make you mine, but all I could see is Steve. Damn you, Steve, and your luscious, luscious locks, and that lovely shining grin. He continues on in that manner.
Yeah, she'd probably hum a little bit and be like, "I do love me a love song. They're just so beautiful."
It sounds like the song was originally about some woman he was supposed to be courting, but there's this guy that came in and stole away the woman he was after, but based on the descriptions, you think this guy might be into the guy that stole his woman. She doesn't say much about her, or he doesn't say much about her, but he says a lot about him.
Yeah, she would assume from what she heard that it's mostly about that he found real love with someone, and she would love that. She'd just be like, "Love is just the way that everyone should lead their lives. It's so important." Just kind of mumble to herself and keep on keeping on.
They said our swords would cross, be it on the field or in the room. I could not deal, and when the day come, I had to run.
Can I hear this guy playing from
Oh, yeah.
downstairs?
Oh, yeah, you can hear him.
I kind of
It
stop
feels-
what I'm doing and I'm like, I'll be right back, and start heading up.
Did you hear that he said that he had to run away instead of being
Yes.
able to be? Oh, then she would have to say something. She'd be like, honey, why would you have to run away from someone that you were evidently in love with?
In love? No, he'd be my utmost rival. We were going to kill each other. But his sister, she was such a sweet thing. She asked me not to hurt him. Came from the
Well,
bottom of her heart, and I just couldn't bring it upon myself to kill the man.
well, honey, I'm not sure if you realize, but I listen to the lyrics of those songs, and it does sound like to me that perhaps you have a little bit more feeling for your rival than you want to admit. And I've always believed and learned that love, especially any type of love that goes on forever, is the most important thing that you can live for. Have you thought about maybe the idea that perhaps you're misunderstanding your intentions and maybe it's much more worth it to try and find this here fella, your rival, and just tell him your real feelings?
Well, if I were to go looking for him again, we'd have to enter into a duel. And then we'd have to fight to the death. And I promised his sister I did on that night that I would not hurt him. I would not do the things when I stabbed him ever so lovingly. I don't know why she worded it that way, but a promise is a promise. I cannot hurt the man. Despite the burning desire to see that man to the end of his life.
Oh, honey, are you sure you want to just see him to the end of his life? I believe that sometimes love comes from just the strangest places, and all love is really beautiful love. And if you really truly feel like you want to ever so lovingly stab this man, as you so eloquently put it, I would think that maybe you could just write a little letter and send it off to this rival and say, sometimes I think about ever so lovingly stabbing you. Do you ever think about ever so lovingly stabbing me? And then just kind of see what happens, because what's the life worth living if you don't live it with the one that you love? And what's a life worth dying if you don't get to die with the one you love?
Well, you see, I don't need to send that letter because I know his answer. Because on that night when I saw him on the balcony and I spoke out to him in challenge, I heard his response that he wants to fight just as much as me to see us to the end of our lives, to die standing strong. He said something about roses that I didn't get, but they got thorns, so I know his mind. He's just as sharp as any of the others.
Oh, well, honey, I just would like to let you know, if we have some time that we're both off shift together, I would love to just sit down and talk with you a little bit about this wonderful goddess that I've devoted myself to, Evening Glory. One of the best things you can achieve, honey, is for the two of you to not only die together, but to come back together and live for all eternity just in love. And it sounds like if you two love the idea of being so stabbing with each other and possibly so intimately forceful with one another, I think that you are just honestly missing out on so many possibilities.
Well, no, you see, I can't do that. I can't do the everlasting love thing, the everlasting life. I can't live forever. I gotta die. I gotta die, and I gotta stand my ground because at the end, we are gonna go to that great field where many men have their swords, and we gonna fight to the very, very end, to the end of time.
It sounds like you are very much interested in fighting with a lot of different men. Is this one that you're looking to just lovingly fight with all of these men together?
They have a love of battle over in that Portland. It's a good, good place. And we're gonna draw our swords and we're gonna charge into the fields and we are going to die among the flowers. Man to
Honey,
man.
I do love flowers. Flowers are just so beautiful and they are so wonderful to be around, and they really do bring joy. Have you thought that maybe you should spend a little less time just focusing on one big battle to end it all, and maybe thinking about finding someone that you can spend your time with until that battle comes?
A shield brother,
Sounds
yes.
like you have.
I have a shield
A
brother.
shield brother.
And he unfortunately has already gone to that lovely battle. But it's not one grand battle, it's a battle of everlasting combat. We go and we fight, and then we drink, and then we sleep, and then we get up, and those motherfuckers from the other side, those boys in red, we go and fight them again, make their insides just as red, take their hearts and gingerly hold them close. That way they know that they have been bested by the best blues in the sea.
Well, goodness, I will say it sounds like you have something that you are very dedicated to, and I think that that is absolutely beautiful. I would maybe just recommend with this rival that you seem to be, I'm just going to say, slightly hung up on, just the idea of maybe being in that loving embrace of fighting with one another. Maybe if the two of you just spent a little time together, you could find a way to do that that brings you both the amount of happiness that you're looking for.
It's the strength of a fight that brings happiness to our heart. For if we are weak, we cannot love with our fullness. We cannot fight with who we are, because if we are weak, we do not know the strength of men. And we are strong.
You are very strong, my friend. I can tell just by hearing your conviction and looking right at you. I just want you to know that there's no such thing as weak love. Love never makes you weak, it only makes you stronger. And maybe if you spent some time with this person that you seem very keen on spending time with, maybe the two of you could just lovingly stab each other in a more healthy way than through writing songs about one another.
Love is the strongest thing, and it is the love of the blade that keeps us going. We see it, and we will die for it. I was born on my father's blade when he met his rival, and he got to see just how brutal and wonderful the fields were. God rest his soul. I wish him the strongest of shields.
Honey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I hate to say this, but I've spent a fair amount of time kind of on my own. Is this whole lovingly stabbing and the shield brother or mate, is this a euphemism? Or is this, are you saying the only thing that would make you happy is to get murdered while you're murdering someone to go on and murder more? Or are
That's
you saying,
exactly how it is. We fight and we kill and we stand again. They kill us, we kill them, and we understand the bonds because we are closer than any other. No one can stand against another man and not know his truth by seeing his blade held firmly in his hand, shoved deeply into my gut.
oh, well, I, I mean, I believe one, that everything is equal and that not just men can stab blades into other men's guts. Women can also stab blades into other women's or men's or even non-binary guts. That's completely optional for everyone. Um, why are you on a ship if your goal in life is to go lovingly stab someone and be lovingly stabbed? What, it seems like a weird place for you to be, don't you think?
No, it is a way of adventure. We go and we see the world spreading the word of the blade. Since I cannot face my rival due to the promise made to his sister, for before she went to the grand fields of gold, I made sure that I would follow what she said to me that fair night. So I seek out this golden field so that I may speak to her once more, and I may once again take up my rivalry.
Well, honey, I'm going to be honest with you. I wish you the absolute best of luck in getting yourself into this field. And I hope that maybe you consider some of the things I said, because it does sound like your life might be more empty than you realize it is.
My life
But
is
I do.
full of vigor, the strength of men. I see their strength, their rippling muscle, the strength of their sword, and the shield of their wall, the wall of their shields covering those that stand with them. There is nothing empty in my honor.
Well, honey, I didn't question your honor. I just was thinking that maybe, I think we all learn and grow at our own rate. It took me a lot of years to kind of get where I am. So I understand if you need a little more time. Um, and I just want you to know that it's okay to love the muscles and the men that you see on the battlefield. And maybe you'll decide you just don't have to stab all those men sometimes. And I wish you all the best. I think that I should probably continue mopping though before the captain finds out that I've been dawdling on my shift.
Then by mount I see you will. How's Christopher doing, by the way? I know he came up here to deal with this, and he's just been in the back of all of this.
He's over here. He just formulated a song on the spot for this entire situation.
Okay.
Just listening to it, and it's like, I could sing it now if you want, but I mean, it's not the greatest.
It's up to you what you want to do.
I want to hear it. If you're gonna
Oh
sing, sing.
goodness.
Well, I can't sing to save my life, but Christopher can. Um, it's just a short verse of it, but this was never the way I planned, not my intention. I got so brave, sword in hand, lost my intention. It's not what I'm used to. Just want to try it on you. I'm curious for you. Caught my attention. I fought a man and I liked it. And that's all I got.
Nice. Good job,
That's
man.
amazing.
That was amazing.
I wish I could actually sing so I could play bards.
You sound better
But
than I did, man. So you did great.
I got wrapped up in hearing about the manly rivalries and all of the other stuff. I was not as much of a sword guy myself, but I feel like I understand in a way. But also not the killing part. But I feel like I understand in another way.
sorry, did you say you understand in every way except for every way that was explained?
Yes.
Okay. I
More
understand.
the rivalry part.
But that was a beautiful song. It was a beautiful story. And it has inspired me to come up with more songs about your lovingly rivalry.
If you have not seen the field of battle, my friend, if you have not fought to the death, you know yet not the depths of man. Until you have held your brother, his white hot blood streaming through your fingers, it is his last breath. You still have much to learn, my friend.
I have
Yep.
not yet felt that, but
Then,
I
my
have
friend,
seen the pits of hell.
you have much to learn in life to live. Go out and find that white hot blood.
I just hope everybody's staying hydrated through all of this because that sounds like a lot of white hot blood. And,
Yeah, stay hydrated through all this battling and bloodshed.
Does
All
anyone
that-
have their tankard of coffee?
So much
Tankard
white
of
hot blood
orange
being
juice.
shed.
I'm just gonna pat this sailor on the back and say, if you ever want help learning how to play the lute, let me know. I'm more than willing to teach you.
I was originally going to learn the war drum, but the captain hit me upside the head with it. That was before he found his way to the battlefield. And now I'm here on the Sirens, and I haven't touched a drum since.
Well, I don't have a drum on me, but I could teach you how to play that too. Hey, I proceed to pull the yarding off my back. This is all I've got. And yarding is like a lute, but with like 16 extra strings on it.
Fair. It looks like you need to be shaved down a little bit. He pulls out a knife. Let me fix you.
No, save that knife for your loving battle, not for my precious instrument.
This is still too small. You need a big girthy weapon, like a great sword. Really
see.
ram it in there.
So you need a big girthy one to ram it in?
Yeah.
Understood. I
Anything
completely
else
respect
would be
that decision.
anything else would be an insult to his honor.
Well, I mean, but what if you don't have a big girthy one on hand? What if you just have like and I pat my rapier, a long skinny one instead?
Well, if you know how to use it, you can wield it with honor.
Ah, yes. As sailors have always said, it's not the size of the ship, but the motion of the ocean that gets the battle going.
Never heard that, but I like it.
Really? As a sailor, I thought you would have heard that one before.
Nah, never heard it, no.
Well, glad to have aided in your arsenal of witty comebacks then.
Oh,
Well,
thank you.
one thing
Go ahead.
One thing to always remember is that channeling your passion, your pains, your sorrows, all of these things into a craft, that might not be the right answer. What you should really do is stuff it down very tightly inside your heart until it's in a small pit, and use that pit to further push itself down using vigorous and frankly deadly amounts of exercise. Then, and only then. I'm not sure where I was going with this, but I think it's a good idea.
I think it was to Kentucky. I know a man there that does the same thing.
That's probably
you know
right.
where Kentucky is?
No, I don't. But he said that's where he was from.
Ah, okay.
I see.
I hear their chicken's pretty good, but
I heard the same. Massive things.
Breathe fire, correct?
I don't know if they can breathe fire, but I know they're as big as mountains.
Okay.
you're talking about the
Stand down.
famous mountain chickens?
Indeed.
Stand out. Have you ever, let's just say, sat down with someone and maybe just talked a little bit about some of your feelings?
Oh yeah, I have.
Okay. And did they say that, oh, I don't know, bottling every single little bit of thing up inside you and then just doing all those exercises is the best way to handle things?
Oh well, last time I did it, I was kicked out. And yeah.
Oh, well, it's very much not polite to kick people out. You should be able to talk to anyone about what you're feeling and how you're thinking. I just think that maybe it would be good for you to, not bottle everything up. Sometimes you just got to get that off your chest. Otherwise, you are probably going to explode. I really think your heart might blow up if you act like that for too long.
That's why
Oh,
you need to
don't
be
worry
able
about
to,
that.
You need
The higher the Sorry.
You need to be able to wield your heart's blade and to drive it into your rival. You'll find it one day, and you will sink your heart's blade deep into his back.
Oh, that's fine. The higher my heart rate becomes, the more oxygen is able to flow throughout my body, therefore allowing my magic to be stronger. And wielding my heart as a blade? No. I've long since abandoned the use of weapons.
Gentlemen, this might be again because I've been on my own for a while, but I feel like we started speaking a code and I don't know the code that we are speaking. And I am just good golly gosh confused right now. And I don't know if that's very becoming of me. So I'm gonna go ahead and I am gonna get back to mopping. And Arcane would just try and reach up and pat Sandow on the cheek, even though he's what, almost 2 feet taller than her. Just kind of do that. Just try our hardest, be like, you sweet little thing. Also, Sandow, I don't know if the man over here who is obsessed with white hot blood coming from holding his enemies is the exact person you want to get advice from. I think Christopher's probably a much stabler option for that. And then she'll just walk downstairs, very
He does know
confused on
magic,
what
that is
happened.
true.
He does, honey. He does know magic. That is very true.
Downstairs, they're probably just chuckling, and I'm gonna look over to Wes and be like, "You hear this shit
Wisp is
upstairs?"
not looking. He is focused on his thing with a look of, I ain't fucking dealing with this.
Yeah, Finn's doing the same thing, like just whistling to himself.
How have Fenrir and Cassie been doing down here?
It's just like half chuckling at the conversation upstairs while they've been
Between
working.
between walking, you'll see Finn look over to Cassie and gives a side glance and start giggling and keep going to walk.
Well, back to the grind. And he goes back downstairs.
Oh, Dowell, right?
Hey guys, gonna
You
get
said
back to work.
you're hungry, right?
Yes, but we don't have anything for breakfast.
Oh, I might
And also we
have,
don't have... Oh, yes?
I might have something that might make you not want to eat for her, but she's just gonna take out her handy spice pouch. Mind coming here for a moment?
He backs up. Oh.
Yeah. It's like a spice pouch.
You might not want. So, Cece, if you would allow, I'm going to take the spiciest chili pepper, like
You won't be able to get to
seasoning,
like
like
ghost peppers or anything, but you can get
no,
decently
just
spicy.
yeah, decently spicy. I'm just gonna take one charge of that out of my bag and place it into his hand. So this should help satiate it for a bit.
I could at least get some of my micronutrients covered, but the macro ones are still going to be an issue. And he's going to eat it.
As he's
Sando?
eating it, can I use prestidigitation on it to make it taste like wonderful steak?
Yeah, sure. Stand
Okay.
out. You taste the most wonderful, juiciest of steaks. It is the best you've had in a good long while. Well cooked to your absolute favorite taste, and you can feel it. You can feel it bubbling in your stomach, and then you realize, I don't think that was cow meat. You munch on it some more. I think that's dragon meat. You swallow it, and you feel the dragon. He wants to come out of the wrong end.
Like you might run upstairs for a moment.
Hey, Wisp, would you mind letting Sandow know where the poop deck is again?
That was delicious. And if you're going to excuse me for just one moment,
Yeah,
he's
very
going
much.
to
Go ahead.
He's going to try to find some milk.
You know there's not any it would spoil.
Even if there's not, he's going to look.
There's a... Everybody as Sandow walks away, there's his stomach growling like a Durgan.
You know, Cassie, I respect what you did there, but there is no but. I respect everything that you just did there, and then Christopher just walks off.
I'm just gonna go back to what she was doing. Little smug little face.
Finn would look to Cassie and be like, I bet you a gold he could last 5 minutes before he blows up.
Perhaps this is internal organ training. I've been playing with the idea, but I haven't been able to figure it out.
Roll me a Sandow. I need a con save. Sandow, there's an emergency. You found a turtle.
He's poking his head out.
Yeah, he is.
Sando's gonna head to the bathroom.
Did he blow up yet?
He runs for it.
Can I make a strength saving throw in order to activate the muscles necessary to get there in time?
No, you make it in there time. You roll high enough on that con save.
Alright.
I bet
And then you'll proceed to
you'll
hear
be there for an hour at least.
I had to say that when I was taking a sip of water.
You'll hear what sounds like cannon fire.
Finn would toss a gold piece to Cass, say, damn it.
No, he wasn't gonna last that long.
How's the rest
Still
of the
good.
party doing? As the arcane, you see Sandow go sprinting by with that weird leg together wobble.
Seeing how fast he bolted for the bathroom, I'm just going to kind of head towards that way to help him out a little bit. Where's the bathroom at?
Up on the lower deck.
Ugh, we're gonna smell it because it's gonna rise.
He just like runs through a wooden box.
Knock on the door. Hey, Sandow, you good in there?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Don't worry about it, man. Just
Hear more cannon fire.
I will go fishing after this.
It's okay. We can't go fishing, remember.
I will go fishing after this.
Okay, well, if you need anything, let us know. I'm just gonna walk
All right,
away.
don't worry about it.
What's fishing gotta do to help?
It's fishing's not gonna help.
That character just writing down the notes. You know, some men could just not hold down their spice.
And in my character notes, I'm gonna say never take anything from Cassie. Sorry, guys. Ooh, okay, I'm back.
So, what will the crew want to do now?
Probably just continue working on this until we're called for lunch. I want to see what's reaction to that. I'm guessing he's just mildly just focused on this shit. I'm sorry, out of character. I'm still chuckling my ass off.
You'll make it through the rest of the day. Y'all really don't see Sandow much the rest of the morning.
We hear it, but we don't see him.
Yeah.
Alright.
But you'll make it. You'll end up having a nice lunch. Yeah, there are. It goes out the side. You'll manage to have lunch. It's not a very big lunch, but it's a lot of fishes, salted meats, some fruits, some veggies, some rices, everything you need to keep healthy. It's pretty good.
Am I back in time for lunch?
Yes, you are. And you have an appetite.
I think
You
it
don't
is.
think you think you tried to lose your stomach.
I'm not ready for that yet. But one day my internal organs will be strong enough to deal with that.
Did you enjoy your steak?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
By the way, are you gonna eat that?
What this? I proceed to eat it and swallow the fish.
I didn't answer my question.
I mean, I guess you can have this one. I'm just gonna minor illusion of fish and put it in his hand.
And this is the lightest of fish you've ever had. This feels like that dreaded diet fish.
Dreaded diet.
I'm going to investigate the illusion.
Okay, roll
Try
me
to
that
see through it.
investigate.
This is lunch, not dinner, right? It's not
Or would it
nighttime
be
yet.
Arcana or investigation?
It's an investigation.
Okay.
Actually, you
Well, I
wouldn't
mean,
really need to run it. It's in your hand, and when you move, it doesn't move.
yeah, I was about to say any physical contact with it gives away that it's an illusion.
Yeah. So your hand passes through, and you're like, hey, that's a bitch invisible fish. He's not giving me anything good. This is one of those air fish. Invisible air fish.
To make him think that it's real still, I'm gonna have it with prestidigitation, faint fish smell wafting off of it.
I know what the spell prestidigitation is.
Yeah, you showed it earlier. And you can see the little bastard casting. He's not subtle.
Yeah.
Not at all.
So you're over here right in front of him.
Yep.
Oh, great.
I'm gonna go back to my meal.
Cassie's going to take out the pouch once again, but just get out some black pepper. Put it on her own food. Whenever you need some.
I'm good. After what
You
you
sure?
just did, I'm straight, yeah.
No, it's normal. She'll take it just a bite off her food. It's fine.
Don't worry, brother. We're all straight in the end. Straight in the blade and straight as an arrow.
Maybe when we get ready for dinner, I'll take you up on it. I need to walk throughout the day.
She's
We'll
just
see.
gonna put some of it on his food. It's just normal black pepper. Nothing to it. No.
Oh, I'll have some,
I'll
please.
eat it. I'll eat it. Yeah, I'm not gonna
Sure.
take it off, but yeah, I'll eat it.
Hands the other two things. Pinches. Since I think it's like for 4 meals. Something like that. Yeah.
But once y'all wake up or finish lunch, y'all are off for the day as y'all took the morning shift. And y'all are just able to relax on the ship as do as y'all please. Is there anything y'all want to do?
So
After-
we're at the top one.
You can be wherever you want.
Thank you, Cass. After it didn't make me shit my pants.
We have all the boxes and everything tied down finally.
Yeah, y'all managed to finish it all before
Okay.
lunch.
And I'll just go to the upper deck.
No, I think they're back up the upper deck.
Yeah,
Pull
I
out
would
some.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, and I just pull out some dice and start rolling them.
Yeah, I would take out my pipe and start smoking, and I have a leather ball, so I'd start throwing it with Loki, playing catch.
I'm doing squats in the corner.
Squat, squat, squat. You have the distinct feeling if you squat too hard to find another turtle.
All right.
And Burr,
Push-ups might be better,
you
but
were saying you were a wizard, correct?
Yes. I am a wizard.
You sure do a lot of physical training for a wizard.
I'm
Well,
oh,
it's called magical fortification.
Hmm.
He's just compensating because he has so much intelligence that he's got to balance it out, you know?
That's what muscle memory is.
If I could hear him when he said that he's a wizard, can I insight that?
That'd be a perception, or not a perception, a private deception or persuasion check, Sandow, as to whether or not you are a wizard.
How do I do that?
So if we go to your sheet,
Yes.
we are going to go to the top of it. I think I need to turn on the settings. Give me a second. Toggle. Toggle. So you see at the top now?
Yes.
It's public in 2GM. You switch 2GM. There you go. And now you'll click your skill as if you'd roll normally. If you're lying, it'd be deception. If you're rolling, if it's absolutely the truth, it'd be rolling persuasion.
Okay.
Fenrir, there's a bit of hesitation in his voice, but he does explain it, and he has a strength of will.
I'll keep it
He
to
has
myself.
convictions.
Got it. Yeah. Chris, you're gonna have to teach me what a coin toss is, but I haven't been around people too much.
Cause
You
it's
know
wrong
what
to you,
okay,
Richard.
well-
tosses.
I pull out a silver coin. I say, I just flip this in the air, and then heads shows you the heads side. This is heads, and then I'll need a sleight of hand this. Oh shit! And then you see I pocket a second coin in there to show you the tail side of it. This is the tail side, and then I'll slip the other coin back in my pocket. So I'm just gonna flip this coin, and heads he is, tails he isn't.
And since I've seen you flip your switch the coins out, I'm good, bud.
Ah, damn. Okay. I just start flipping the coin. It's always landing on heads.
You should have did that privately, man. I mean, I wouldn't have seen what it was.
Oh no, I did this in front of everyone.
Well, no, I mean like the rolls to see if it would tricked me on that, because I wouldn't have known what you rolled. But yeah, go
Well,
ahead.
no, it's because everyone's watching, so I did it publicly.
Oh, gotcha.
This seemed similar to the training that I used to do often. But you continue doing your own thing then. To kind of just walk off a little bit. Also, would we have seen Christopher's attempt at sleight of hand?
Yeah, it did it in front of everybody. Everybody beat his. He lost everybody's path.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pat him on the back and try to show him how it's actually done.
You do the same
will
thing,
pat-
save a little faster.
I will
Oh,
pat
nice,
Cassie on the
nice.
back, and then be like, "Nah, this is how it's done." And I'm gonna also roll sleight of hand.
Proficiency.
We both have proficiency in it.
He flicks it up, and he does actually a pretty decent job. Cassie,
Nice.
you don't see the flip. Neither does Christopher.
You have it
And then I
because
go pull it out of one of their ears and be like, "See, it's magic."
Oh man, you really are a wizard.
What do you mean, really are?
I mean, I've been doubting you this whole time, but you know that sold me
Oh,
right there.
I couldn't tell.
Sandow, it's at that point you look down and realize the coin's not on your hand anymore.
Whoa. Check that out. I didn't even
Can
know
I-
how I did that.
Can I look at Loki?
It's on his snout.
I figured. I'm not gonna say nothing.
You know. Do you guys want to play a game of dice to pass the time?
Loki's just
Sure.
standing there stock still.
And
Oh,
I
very
hand
Just
you
looking Loki.
Sandow said sure, so I'll hand him my dice and say just roll these on the floor, and I guess high numbers win.
I'm gonna try to call Loki back to me without them noticing me.
He's
With,
slowly gonna inch back.
Cassie's walking past Loki.
When I look at the coin, is it the real coin?
Oh yeah, he's got the silver coin. You don't know how he got it, but it's on his nose.
I'll pat him on the
Exactly.
head and call your name Sando. Sando.
Sandow, yes.
Hey, Sando. And I'll flip it back to you.
Seems you figured out my trick.
That's a good magic, though, buddy.
Thank you, I practiced.
He'll giggle to himself as he looks out to the sea, enjoying the view. With
What's Arcane doing during all of this?
It's storming. Oh, hold on.
She figured earlier, since one of the only places she went on the ship where no one talked to her was, or where things weren't really going on, was up by the captain. So she would have grabbed her kind of book thing that she carries with her, and she's just sitting up I would say, just on the ground near the captain, just kind of looking through her stuff.
You can see she's taken out a spyglass and is looking long out into the distance. Is there anything the party would like to do for the rest of the night or the day before y'all get to night?
he should.
Probably just. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was just gonna say something else.
I was just gonna say Cassie was probably just gonna do some physical training on her part.
Okay.
Yeah, just push up stuff like that.
Sandow, the cat threatening you. They're trying to out push up you.
She's just doing it with one arm.
Oof.
Oh wow, one-arm push-ups. I remember when I first was able to do that. And he's going to he's playing this game right now, but
Fair enough. Anybody else want to do anything?
You see Finn turn to Chris and say, I bet you might go Cass would outpush him gold piece, or do you want to push it higher? Oh, wait, they're playing the game. He said, never mind.
all right. I'll do my push-ups. Christopher, get on.
So pocket them. And then sit on
All right.
Sandow's back.
All right.
Ooh.
He's gonna start doing his push-ups then.
Fair.
Oh no, Cass, are you gonna want me to sit on your back?
Loki jumps on Cassie's back.
Okay.
Look,
All right, fair is fair.
Yeah, fair. Fair is fair.
And he starts doing his push-ups.
She's already been doing hers.
The bounce.
Finn's making a gambling habit.
Oh,
But-
did you actually like take off one gold though, Fenrir?
I'm waiting for to see if you outpush him, if Chris wants to
No,
take it off.
from the previous thing.
Oh, yeah,
downstairs, not
yeah,
this
yeah.
place. Okay.
I did too, yeah.
Alright, I'll put one on mine then. Since you're taking one off of here.
No, I'm betting on you. You're good. Just do your thing. Athletes can't bet on themselves.
It will be a contested athletics check to see who does more push-ups. Cassie, in this case, has advantage because Loki is nowhere near as heavy as Sandow over there.
Yeah, Sandow has an extra
is this-
169 pounds on his back.
So this is public, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
I thought it might be acrobatics in terms of how she's doing it, but okay.
No, it's absolutely strength. You're doing push-ups, man. There ain't no
Still
acrobatics
believe
about
in you.
that.
You
I
know,
still
because
believe in you.
I feel
Nice.
bad about this situation. So I'm pat Sandow and be like, you can do this. I
Ooh.
give him bardic
I
inspiration.
can do this.
God damn
Here
it!
he did it.
Nice.
Sandow
Blowing
takes
so
it
low
by
today.
less than 10.
Ooh. Damn it, Chris. Take this. Good shit, Cass. Good shit.
Sandow, do you want to double or nothing it?
Double the number of push-ups, sure.
Okay. You want to roll?
Sure.
Pull the
Yeah.
dice back out and hand them to him. Go ahead, roll.
He's all, let me beat you in a push-up game and then go back to my game.
Man, that was
Oh
really
man, your luck just isn't there today.
Hmm. He's going to look at his dice and he's going to slam his fist right next to it.
And then one of them will turn over to a 5.
I'm investigating to see if the dice are loaded or not.
Ooh.
Chris, are you going to allow this to happen, or are you going to swipe him when he's taking a closer look?
Well, I mean, you can take a look at him.
Roll me that investigate.
Ooh, fuck.
I don't even need to roll for it. There's something funny. You roll them, it's a 5 again. You roll them, it's a 6, 5, 6, 6, 5.
Huh.
Loaded
They seem like
dice.
completely normal dice to you, though.
Oh, you're using Mage Hand. Okay.
Oh no, I'll tell you for a fact. I don't know Mage Hand.
Oh, you don't
I'm
know
not the
Mage
wizard.
Hand.
Yeah, no.
Okay. That's very interesting. Anyways, and then he's going to do his push-ups now.
I won't sit on your back this time, though. And then I take my dice back and pocket them.
Hey, Fenrir, how about you help Sando with his training then?
I mean, I'll give it
Philip
up. He
Loki.
has to be a little tired after all this he's been doing.
Oh, yeah, it's the first set, so I got a couple more in me.
Yeah, I'll step up and try to do a push-up and see if I could outdo
No,
him.
I was
A
telling you to
single
sit on his
push-up.
back.
Oh, sit on the back. I mean, I'll try to push him. Yeah. Athletics, right?
Yep.
Ooh, 20.
Remember, Sandow, you still have bardic
Fuck!
inspiration. Never mind, it doesn't matter. You have that inspiration
Good
for wherever
shit,
you need
dude.
it.
Good shit.
Do I still do it?
If you want to. If you're still
I'm
trying
just
to take them.
not exactly trying to take him, but
Ooh.
oh, I match.
You're both still going. Still going. Continue on. I need rolls from Scott, Sandow, and Cassie. Fenrir's already dropped.
Yep, I'm already pooped out. It's because of smoking.
Oh, that's an 8.
Oh,
Fucking
I thought
Sandow.
I thought I still had
Oh.
Loki on my
Oh.
back, so.
Oh. Well, he doesn't have anybody, so you lost the advantage.
Oh, damn it.
So he doesn't.
But I
have
also got a 28.
Yeah, Sandow's going.
Fuck, that was a crit.
It starts sounding like a.
Ugh,
And
good
I want to
shit.
know, Sandow, what type of wizardry are you using? That's insane.
Graviturgy.
Not fair. Out of character, I find it hilarious that Sandow knows graviturgy, but mispronounces. What was the other word that I said that I will not say?
Incineration, I believe it was.
Oh yeah, I was trying to say, but can't pronounce incineration. But
very
anyway,
No,
picky.
the word that we heard from it.
He didn't know that word, maybe.
But is there anything else you would like to do before moving on to the night?
Fuck no, he's
Nothing in
Oh,
particular.
Ben's already pooped out, so he just lays on his back and looks up the sky because he said that there's going to be a light show tonight, and he's too tired to move.
By
Too
the
much, too
time
much
the night
exercise.
sets, the next crew comes out, and there's not as many of them, but they're moving around. But a lot of the day crew is still up, waiting for the stars to shine. And as y'all do, you'll see these beautiful red and green and purple lights flickering through the sky, almost chasing each other as if it was fairies flying through the sky high above. It's a beautiful scene, and everybody is quiet. It's wonderful until it's not. Suddenly, in the middle of the lights, you see the storm suddenly become upon you. The waves turn rough, and the ship is being lifted from side to side. People are having to grab onto the railing to stop from getting pulled off the edge. The captain calls for everyone to tie themselves down as something is coming, but as you are in the midst of that, you see something appear out of the water as the water itself rises up. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 feet into the air as you see a massive creature breach the water next to the ship. And then there are hands drawing over the side. As the first one up, you see an armed fishman jump over the side and let out a battle cry. You hear more of them underneath you. Your ship is under siege. But that is a story for next week. I want to thank everybody for joining us this week. This is a lot of fun for our first session. And for those of us listening, I thank you for coming along for the story as well. And I hope you come back to join us next week to see how this Misfit party handles here on the Siren's Call. Good night, everybody. Bye.